Welcome everyone to Casting the Level Up, your video game movie review podcast, where we watch all movies based on video games. I am your host, Ben, with
Jordan.
And in this episode, we are reviewing
Double Dragon!
Double Dragon. Jordan, what is your history with Double Dragon?
So my dad owned a video game store. One of the things we would play when all we had was access to the Super Nintendo was Double Dragon. I always thought it was really hard, and I didn't beat the first Double Dragon until I was like 15. But I really loved Double Dragon 1 and 2.
Okay,
And
so you played 1 and 2.
Battletoads.
Because we played
Dragon.
5.
Yeah,
Shadow of...
I didn't even know this game existed, and I'll tell you why.
I didn't think they went that far. Yeah, so the one we actually played was... Give me a second here. Double Dragon 5, The Shadow Falls. And I think the version I was able to play didn't have access to a story mode.
No.
So it was just PvP.
So I think...
Because I thought that was wrong.
Well, it had an arcade mode.
Which is PvP.
No. No.
I
PvP is player versus player.
Okay, but like arcade, you're playing against the computer.
Right. Well,
but
sure.
But like Double Dragon 1, that I remember...
Is arcade mode considered PvP? That'd
be
like
weird. Player versus computer.
That's all fighting games.
Yes.
Okay.
But like, my Double Dragon experience, I think was 1 or 2, and it was just a beat 'em up. Like it was a side scroller.
Yeah.
Like the old Spider-Man games.
Do you know what they call those? I just found this out.
What?
Last night. They call those belt scrollers.
Oh. Because the background's the same?
No, well, because you're like on like a conveyor belt, and you're just walking along the conveyor belt because you can go up and down.
Oh, okay.
But it's not it's no 3D past that. It's just this is your like that 3 lanes or whatever.
One section.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
This game made me miss the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I don't know anything about the development or anything. I'm thinking what happened was they wanted to do like a spin-off Double Dragon fighting game, and then they were worried that it wouldn't sell, so then they slapped a number on it.
Yeah,
like
I don't think it did sell.
Yeah, it's not... You can stun lock people in this game really easily. Like, there's the character with the turret. I don't know any of their names anymore. But he throws out like an electric grenade. You can electric grenade somebody, hit them a couple times, and then electric grenade them again without them being able to do a damn thing.
Yeah,
it's horrendous. Like,
I didn't have a lot of fun playing this game.
No, it's bad.
And I legitimately thought I was playing the wrong game because all Double Dragon games are those like side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
like. You walk, and there's 3 enemies, and then you punch. And this wasn't it, and I'm like, I must be missing a section of this game.
Yeah, no, that's just the game. It's just a fighting game.
Well, this game's dog shit.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
No, I'm really thinking like, because when you slap a number on your title and you're counting it as part of your series, it should have a certain amount of quality. Like Mega Man and Base, just to like use an example, that's not a terrible game. It's hard, but it also like I feel like it gets some allowances because they didn't call it Mega Man like 8 because I think it released the same time as Mega Man 8. So like I give it a slight pass because it's not the quality of like their numbered titles. Mm-hmm. This, like, I would give a pass as just, like, a spin-off, like, kind of bad game, and they were just trying something. But they called it number 5. Yeah. Like, you got... There's supposed to be some quality baked in, and nothing's there.
So when we get to Season 3 and we do, like, the actual, like, TV series of video games...
Yeah.
Jordan and I are looking down the barrel of... like 22 Mortal Kombat games, and I went through and picked all of the main titles, and then picked the spin-offs, and then
Shaolin Monks is actually really good though.
I think that's on the list.
Yeah.
And then I had to pick other ones to fill all 22 spots for all the 22 episodes. And this, like, I don't play a lot of fighting games, but
yeah, that's my realm.
yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, but then you got to go straight into Street Fighter, which like must
True.
have felt like coming home to something. Like it was Street Fighter 2 Turbo is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Like I don't
We're
know.
not talking about that game.
I know. I don't know if it's like hailed as like one of the best. I did no research for any of these. Like, but maybe it's just because I came from playing such a terrible game. Street Fighter 2 felt like crisp and just nice and just I played it for like 4 hours. I was having so much fun.
Like, how much work would it have been for them to actually put like the side scrolling like Double Dragon aspect into it? Like, it couldn't have been that much.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
But that's what Double Dragon is. Like,
yeah.
Like, you and your friend fight together against all of the gangs.
Right. So, yeah, and that's why I'm thinking, like, they were just trying to do a spinoff to see...
But you add that as a side part.
Yeah. No, I get it. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Okay, well, they fucked up.
Yeah, they did.
They fucked up big time.
It's no Tekken bowling for things that you just, like, tuck away.
I don't even know what Tekken bowling is.
Oh, really? It's one of the most fun bowling games there is, like bar none. Okay, hang on. I'm a quick tangent on Tekken bowling.
Here, well, as you get that going, I will. Okay. So my history with the game, I don't really remember playing. It was either 1 or 2. Played it with my. What was he? He wasn't really my stepbrother. It doesn't matter. Well, if you listen to the last episode, one of my dad's girlfriend's kids. Can't keep track of all of them.
Oh God! Wow,
you can't. Hey Brian, you did great. But me and him, according to my brother, me and this kid would play Double Dragon a lot, and my brother was always like, "Why? It's a dog shit game," and that was either 1 or 2.
Wow.
But like my brother,
it was just hard.
I would play. So I remember playing that game with, I don't remember his name, Andrew, and I would play Secret of Mana with my brother.
Oh, okay.
And I remember that more because I'd always play as a dog.
Nice.
Yeah. And the same thing with we're jumping around and then we'll be done. Wind Waker, because you could hook up your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube. And you could play as Tinkle in Wind Waker.
Could you?
Yes. And you would just
drop thing?
And you would drop potions.
Oh,
listeners, tell me if I'm wrong, okay? castingtolevelup@gmail.com. But I'm just saying, I remember, unless my brother just still treated me like a 5-year-old and like, here, you're playing the game. But I remember it being connected to the GameCube.
Wild. I know you could do that with 4 swords, but then you would just play as a Link. So I don't know.
Well, you tell me about your bowling Tekken.
So okay, Tekken bowling. The first time I played it was Tekken Tag. I think they did it for Tekken Tag 2 or Tekken 6 maybe. But I played it on PS2 on Tekken Tag, which I at the time really hated tag mechanics. So, but it was the only game I had for a little bit. So, I would play the heck out of Tekken bowling. So it's just like a normal bowling game. You like select where you want the ball to go, all that stuff. But the unique thing, which is really cool, is you had a power gauge. And so it would go up or down. And depending on which character you had, the power gauge would go fast or slow. So if you picked a really like underpowered character, the gauge would go up like incredibly slow, but even full gauge, it wouldn't have a lot of power behind it. Whereas if you selected like Jax would go like fucking crazy, but even his low power was still really fast. So like you had to kind of like figure out where on that character you wanted the gauge to be. It was so cool. It was so much fun. I played it so much. Anyway, I said quick tangent. It's just fun.
It's called a link cable, and it's Wind Waker. So yes, you can play as Tinkle.
That's wild.
On the Game Boy Advance with a link cable, and I just remember dropping potions and dropping certain stuff.
Wow,
because Tinkle found everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The more you know. I really didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, please put that in.
Okay.
No, like in edit. The more you know.
It might be copywritten.
Fuck them.
Oh, what?
I've got lawyers. I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't. I should.
And not powerful enough to go. That's NBC. Good luck.
They've got money.
Yeah.
They don't need more.
What?
All right. Any more about the game? I mean, it wasn't there. It wasn't anything special.
I feel like we haven't talked a lot about this game. It's not good.
No.
That's all you really need to know. It's a bad fighting game.
Like, I would love to know how much it cost at release, because I would say this is like a $8 game.
Yeah, I would play.
And
for anybody who knows,
it took me too long to actually find how to play it.
Yeah. For anybody who knows, like, who are really into Street Fighter, I would play the first Street Fighter over this in a heartbeat. The first Street Fighter's not great, so
I don't think I've ever played the first Street Fighter.
you don't need to. It's
always been 2, and that's the only one I've ever played.
The only thing you need to know about Street Fighter 1 is Bison's not in it, and your final boss is Sagat, and it's like a big deal.
Well,
so
that kind of wraps into the movie a little bit.
We'll get to the movie.
Okay. Well, we're talking about Double Dragon.
Yeah.
All right. So, no more about
this game?
Yeah.
No, it gets a solid 2 for effort.
Okay.
It functions.
That seems pretty high.
I was glitch hunting and I couldn't find anything. So there was polish somewhere in it. I mean, besides being able to stun lock somebody, I guess that's a glitch. But, like, I don't know. It felt like somebody on the team cared, so it gets a 2.
Okay. All right. So, on to the movie. Jordan, have you ever seen this movie before?
No, it was the first time. Did not even know it existed.
Me too. Well, I knew it existed, but this is the first time I got to watch it. Just give me a 1-sentence review if you can.
I could give like a political answer.
No, I just want a 1-sentence review.
A Disney Channel original, like, blockbuster.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Yeah, but would you put it above Luck of the Irish?
No, God, no.
I mean, it is St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah, no, Luck of the Irish is like a good movie. It's fun.
Well,
it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
Okay, you're right. It's not a good movie, but it's fun.
My 1-sentence review would be, holy fuck, cameos. So,
I have so much to say about the villain of this fucking movie.
Oh, you mean Sharon Stone? Because that was Sharon Stone.
Wait, which?
Tell me right now that the main villain was not male version Sharon Stone.
No, it was like, yeah.
I was waiting for him to uncross his legs.
Fuck.
He was Sharon Stone through and through. And I love Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
I will watch her in anything.
She's great. Yeah, this guy.
He was trying to be Sharon Stone. Anyway, fucking Kmart version Sharon Stone.
Oh.
So, this movie begins. I don't really remember what they say in the very, very beginning. I watched it yesterday, and this is, they're in. It says like somewhere in China, and they're. All right, so let me go on a rant, and I want you to tell me if you were in the same mind space as I was.
Sure.
So, you see like this thatch roofed village, and they don't give a whole bunch of explanation outside of the Double Dragon medallion. And
Yeah, we could have watched The Medallion. Just like, we could have just been like, no, we're not fucking doing this movie. We're going to do a fun movie.
This movie to me was very fun the first 44 minutes.
Really, I was having way more fun in the back half.
Well, it looks like I'll be doing most of the talking the first half, and you got the rest. Because I completely just zoned. Like, fight scenes in the 90s drowned me out.
Yeah.
So much.
Except Mortal
Kombat. So you see this village that looked like from, I'm just going to say, the 14th century.
Yeah.
Okay. They're lighting these thatch roofs on fire. Everyone's clothing looks very old-timey.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought was they time traveled. Did you feel that same way?
It would track, I'm sure.
Especially the council that she pulls out after she gets the medallion.
Yeah.
Like, the keyboard is, like, in a circle.
This movie is trying really hard to not be racist, but in a very 90s way. We're like...
It just seems so inconsistent. Yeah. And then, all right, so they're setting this village...
That's just how people in China and villages live, man.
Oh, well, okay.
That's what they're trying to say.
So they set this village on fire, and then what they clearly make it, like so she's wearing, like, this... Well, I say she, but you don't know at the time. They're wearing, like, this garb, but they clearly give enough eye gap to make sure that you know it's a white person.
Yeah.
And they see this monk running to this temple, and they follow this monk. And the first thing I have written down is, who's lighting all these candles? Someone's robe is definitely catching on fire.
Yeah.
And if you watch this movie and look, there are just where they have the placement of these candles. This bugged me so long. Just the placement of these candles is infeasible unless these monks are levitating.
Yeah. No. So candles in movies are like a thing. Like, did you ever watch Underworld: Rise of the Lycans?
Probably.
So that movie takes place in a castle.
Okay.
Or it's a castle. I remember watching behind the scenes and them being like super serious about their candle placement. They're like, this candle's going to be here, and it's a castle, so it's drafty. So like the candles are always like blowing, but they really focused on these candles because they were taking it so seriously. And I was like, why would you take it that seriously for a candle?
For someone like me watching a movie?
Yeah, just like fucking get to the werewolves. I don't care about candles.
It was obnoxious, though, the amount of candles
I was about to say.
Do you know how hot that room would be?
This is an example of like, oh, just put the candles in.
Everywhere.
Like, and it's so bad.
Everywhere. So the budget went... So I don't have the budget on me. We'll cover that in the 0.5 episode. The budget went to two things: candles and the explosion on the river.
Yeah,
that's where the budget
effects.
went. That's where the budget went. Anyway, so I got white person time traveler ? And then I was like, was the village fight really in 2007? Because they said it in 2007. But then the main villain's given the monologue about the medallion.
Yeah.
During this whole entire finding of the medallion. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
Like, this movie starts you off with a pistol whip, and then you just have to keep on walking in a straight line or you get killed. And they're like, well, you're going to have about 45 cameos coming up.
Yeah.
And just keep your eyes straight forward. It's just...
the Mohawks fucking killed me.
And I have this all in capital letters. Bad guy looks like Sharon Stone. And then he gets the medallion. He's upset because he only gets one. And then evidently our souls are paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you skip over the Mohawks just now?
No, we haven't got to the Mohawks yet.
Really?
Yeah.
He got the medallion before.
Oh, this is like the first 3 minutes of the movie.
What the fuck?
Yes. No, the first 40...
Dude, I really don't remember.
The first 44 minutes of this movie
I watched this
is
movie,
a fucking train wreck.
I watched this movie 5 days ago, so I'm a little old.
I watched this movie twice.
I love how I'm trying to beat all these video games, and you're fucking full
Yes.
in on these dog shit movies.
I know. So here's where we get to I forgot their names, Billy and
Yes.
Jimmy.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Billy and
Oh,
Jimmy's
no.
karate match. There's some in-action earthquake prevention by the little person, which they show that like 2 to 3 times, and he's just jacking it.
Yeah, it's Jimmy and Billy.
Jimmy and Billy.
I think that is what they're called in the game.
And
so
I watched the first 44 minutes, and I'm saying 44 because I had to stop after 44 because I was exhausted. I watched the first 44 minutes with my wife, and she was like, "What are the rules to these matches?"
Yeah. No kidding.
Like, I don't know karate matches, but I know when you get hit, that's a point.
That is a point. Yeah.
I watched Karate Kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And his swan kick is illegal, by the way. So, Daniel-san, you disqualified.
Have you watched Cobra Kai?
I tried to. I couldn't get into it.
You need to.
I couldn't get into it.
It's so good. But that's like one of the main plot points.
Is that it's
why
illegal?
Johnny's so upset. He's like, yeah, it was an illegal fucking kick. Such a good show. I love that show.
So, here's the thing. I got this. I love this note. We went from plumbers to jackers from 93 to 2007, but jackers get commercials. That commercial. So the first time I saw that commercial, I thought it was Bill and Ted.
Oh.
For like half a second, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a cameo."
Yeah. It's cold in here, by the way.
I wish. Do you want me to shut the window?
Maybe.
I don't want to get sweaty.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just.
So the whole fight match between. So it's a tag team ? Red team versus blue team.
Yeah, but you don't need to fight. It was really weird. Like, I felt like the Asian guy. Is that Jimmy or?
Yeah, Jimmy's the Asian guy.
Jimmy,
who's supposed to be Chinese, but I'm 99% sure he's Tao.
Let me see.
So this match
It
makes.
doesn't tell me.
So
Ethnicity.
well, he just looks.
Chinese, Filipino, and Spanish ancestry.
Oh,
So, you know.
I mean, he looks Tao. Anyway, or Thai.
I was gonna
Which
say,
one am I
what is
saying?
Tao?
I don't know.
You just kind of keep saying it, and I keep trying to
You know
move
what? Hold
past
on.
it,
Hold
and
on.
you
Because-
keep circling back.
All right, we need to take a quick break, which is not going to be a break
Okay.
because
Oh no.
so we're gonna.
White guy moment incoming. I feel.
Yeah, it's a white guy IPA moment. Ready for it?
Oh, that was actually really good.
That was. So we got some Two Hearted,
Okay.
and I figured it's a good moment because
Okay.
we're doing Double Dragon,
Yeah.
and you got a white guy and an Asian guy somehow brothers. I mean, I'm not saying, and
No, I don't.
they don't explain anything
I
in this
don't
movie.
think it was like, oh, he's like my brother, because they're like the same age. I'm thinking it's like, oh, he's my brother.
Yeah.
Like, I'd do anything
Yeah.
for this guy. Like, yeah.
So Jordan's trying Two Hearted. It's okay. Nope. Never mind.
Oh.
So, do you remember Oberon?
What?
Oberon had the sun face.
Oh, yeah.
You really liked it?
Yeah.
Same people make this.
Okay, good for them.
Okay.
They make one good thing and one horrible thing.
It's very hoppy.
Yeah, it's very hoppy.
Okay. Well,
Oh. If
it's
you like hops, that'll make you jump.
it's an 8.5. So here we go. I don't know. I mean, is there anything from the match you want to cover? It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, but I was gonna say I felt like Jimmy knocked out one of the other
Mhm.
team, and then as soon as they knock out,
Billy taps in because he wants to have fun.
yeah, and then as soon as
Oh,
they,
fuck Billy. I'm sorry. Fuck Billy. Him and his fucking one-liners.
dude,
So
okay.
fucking annoying.
Billy has a scene near the end where I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I'll get to that, but
Oh, how they get their powers the last 5 minutes of the
Yeah.
fucking movie.
it's they went Super Saiyan. So as soon
Oh, just
as
like the 2018 Super Power Rangers movie.
yeah, no, but that's a good movie.
It's not a bad movie.
Anyway,
They should have been Power
So-
Rangers sooner.
anyway,
Okay.
so as soon as Billy gets knocked out, then the match is over, and I was like, that.
Yeah.
But Jimmy's at the ready. He's good to go. What the fuck? So, there's no rules for anything.
So after the match, Billy gets blamed for everything, but then there's like a bunch of these TV.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
well, because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cuts to how the TV and like news stations are. You got George Hamilton and Vanna White delivering the daytime news. Do you know who any of those people are?
I know Vanna White.
Okay. George Hamilton, like same thing, like 80s, he was huge.
Okay.
Okay. And then do you know who the weather forecaster was?
No.
Andy fucking Dick.
Okay. Who's that?
You don't know who Andy Dick is?
No.
You're God. How old are you?
27 now.
I'm only
I'm
8 years older than
baby.
you. Andy Dick was never famous. He was just famous for saying obscene shit and doing obscene stuff.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of guy.
Knowing you, it would not be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then never
Because he did it to the point where, like, he put himself in rehab, like, I'm allegedly, like, 45 times. Okay?
Oh, my God.
He spent, I bet you he spent more time in rehab than he hasn't. We got problems?
No, you're good.
I think I just need to get you a shorter chair.
Oh, that would be helpful, actually.
You said you like stools. I don't want to fucking hear it.
I do.
We're like 10 episodes in right now.
You got fucking wild eyes.
I
right?
did.
All right.
Well, yeah, because Andy Dick is wild.
Hang on. Sorry
Andy
about
Dick.
that. Okay. Mic troubles.
He was like the Courtney Love of just white guys of the 90s. Do you know who Courtney Love is?
Who's Courtney Love?
The band Hole. She married Kurt Cobain.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
always.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
hold on.
Okay.
Let me just. Okay.
No, I know Courtney
Andy
Love.
Dick was
She's-
Paris Hilton without money.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make more sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I do know Courtney Love. I'm sorry.
Okay, you have a research assignment to watch about Andy Dick.
Okay.
Do we need to take a break and get you a chair?
Do you have a chair?
I have a chair. We can go grab Megan's chair.
I don't want to steal Megan's chair.
She ain't here.
What if I make it stinky?
You don't think she farts?
Okay.
Oh, this is staying in. All right, we're taking a break. All right, let's.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right, so Andy Dick is the weather forecaster. I just found it funny because he couldn't predict how shitty his Hollywood career would go, but you know, he can predict the weather. Anyway, and they say something about like how much flooding and all that kind of stuff is. Oh wait, hold on. Let me read this. All right, we're really gonna figure out our age gap here. Andy Dick was made in a Nickelodeon factory from GAC and taught swear words. Because you don't know who Andy Dick is. You know what? A listener will appreciate that joke.
Okay.
Okay, right. Moving on.
I've clocked out from the Andy Dick discussion.
My wife Megan also said she can't believe that Andy Dick existed before TRL was a thing. Do you know TRL? All right, thanks, listeners. And then also, if there's any listeners over the age of 30, Andy Dick calling someone else crazy, I laughed insanely hard.
Nice.
Because that man is
Certifiable.
times 10.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so no more Andy Dick stuff because he's not in the movie anymore. And then, so they're driving their vehicle This is right before the Mohawk thing, and they're 12 minutes to curfew. So like every night is the purge, basically, because the gangs own the night and the cops own the day.
Oh yeah,
because that was. So yeah, and then they drive up on that lady.
Yeah,
trying to fix her car, and
yeah.
they. This is when I went
because Billy's like horny or something.
He's something, but they didn't realize it was a trap somehow.
Yeah,
and
Dragon Lady's in the back, like the Dragon Lady's just hanging out.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
No,
her and Lash don't do anything in this movie.
Right. Well, Lash has the she at least owns the setting for the final fights, so
kinda.
She's got that going for her.
Lash is the blonde Sharon Stone's right-hand woman. So after they meet with Mohawk, and somehow everyone has like their Facebook profile on everyone's like sun blocker things.
Yeah.
Because he pulled down his sun blocker thing and was able to type up like everyone's bench press standards are set. If we talk about this movie to this kind of detail, it's going to be just like Mario.
Just run through. It's fine.
But it
just
there's
steamroll.
so much.
But the movie wants you to steamroll. So
because
just
I've also steamrolled over about 45 one-liners that are just eye-rolly.
Yeah, they're really bad.
And I want to give myself a lobotomy.
I want to talk about...
What do you want to talk about? Because this movie is just... Like, I love the first 44 minutes.
Yeah.
But, like this whole exchange of, like... It's over $50. And the guy even says, we take all major credit cards and American
I know.
American Express.
Okay, I need to go over that for sure. This gang...
They got
stops people.
They got a tax trail.
Yeah, they're
gonna have to pay taxes on that.
I was so confused because like Billy's like, oh, like, you know, they want $50 to be on our way. $50 isn't a lot. Do they not have $50? A, B.
But they lost the karate match, so they don't have any money.
They don't have gas money. It's a van.
Did you see how their car operated? They don't need gas money.
Oh, that's true.
Where we're going, we don't need wheels or roads.
You fucked up.
I did fuck it up.
Anyway, yeah. So apparently, this gang.
Billy grabs trash out of the side of the window to fuel their vehicle.
It's true,
Jordan.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I blocked it out because he puts it in aerosol can.
No, it was a can of Cheese Whiz.
No, I know, but it's like, oh, careful, like aerosol's combustible or whatever, and he's like, oh, couldn't hurt or whatever the fuck it is. This fucking stupid one-liner, and then they go jet
Cheese
powered.
Whiz is nitro.
Yeah, like it's fucking
with family here.
Wild,
with family.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just so confused. Like, yeah, this game like stops people
by an inch or a mile.
This game
Winning's winning.
This gang stops people, and I don't understand. They just want $50. Like, take them for what they have. You're a gang. Just whatever they got, give them.
Well, they tried to take the medallion,
right?
So
from Dragon Lady,
who
we haven't even mentioned, she dies halfway through and then doesn't come back. So,
I mean, she comes back as Obi-Wan Kenobi at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of this is over $50. Cheese Whiz is nitro. The only one-liner I like from Billy. Do you have one?
No.
I just saw my wife flash before my eyes. Man, I sleep a lot.
Yeah. I do like that one.
That one was good. One. Yeah, so they get chased by Mohawks. Go down an alleyway. Oh, do you want to talk about their... So, the Double Dragons throw like a newspaper. They block Mohawk guy's
Oh yeah.
window, and then he has like a 3D camera,
Yeah.
360
It's
camera.
like I believe that's a level in the game, and I think that's what they did it.
You think?
I'm fairly positive, like a driving.
Well, that's game cred.
Level.
Because this movie
is in
does
the
have
game.
some decent game cred.
It does. Yeah. No, for sure.
Okay. All right. I will put that in my ratings then.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna 100% rate it off of
Or it's like a Spy Hunter.
Double
level.
Dragon 5, because that's not a Double Dragon game to me. Anyway, yeah, I got it. Oh, so after the chase, so they get rescued by Power Corps, which
Yeah.
is this terrorist organization.
Yep.
And we will. Okay, so you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, because they have child soldiers.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
It's It's
Thank
not
you.
great.
I thought we were
Yeah.
gonna argue about that.
No. It's really bad.
It's really bad.
It's bad.
I don't know who the bad guy is in this movie.
It's
Do you?
it's
I
us
really
for
don't.
watching it.
Giving them more money.
Whoever went, yeah,
Because I bought the fucking movie.
yeah.
Someone made money. Oh, by the way, I bought the movie and it was a Region 12, which was not disclosed, so I can't watch it. So what did Ben have to do? I had to buy it again.
You should have just come to me. I got ways to
know.
play it.
I know. So
Yeah, just
Melissa-
give me the Region 10 one. I'll take it, and I have ways to watch that.
Melissa Milano
Anyway,
from Charmed fame
yeah,
90210.
sure. My sister
Um,
watched that. I think my sister and you are closer in age.
Melissa
so.
Milano.
She's
I-
gorgeous. She's not a
Yes.
bad actress.
She ain't great.
She's not great, but like she
great.
gets the job done. I'm sure she shows up on time.
Okay, so Jordan, hold on.
Okay.
If I was to ask you to dig me a ditch 2 feet deep by 6 feet long.
I've done this before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's say you don't have experience, okay?
Okay.
And
Yeah, I was
then-
like, I used to be an electrical apprentice. I got this.
But you give me a ditch that is 6 inches deep by 3 feet long.
Yeah.
Are you going to say you got the job done?
No.
Well, that's Melissa Milano.
Fuck. That's awful.
I love her in Charmed. But then at the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing her just fall into an earthquake
Wow.
in San Francisco. In the show.
Wow.
Not in real life.
Okay.
In the show.
After the when it hits comment earlier, I was really worried.
All right, so after all the high-speed chase, you can't even say high-speed chasing. I think they were driving like 10 miles an hour. It's revealed on the news that Madonna was married to Tom Arnold. Do you know who Madonna is?
I do.
Tom Arnold?
No.
Listeners, please help me here. Tom Arnold was married to Roseanne.
Okay.
He's a comedian.
Got it.
Okay. So then we
This is where friendship ends, and I'm so
Oh.
sad.
But we also get to see how the cops live in this world, and they're living pretty well.
Yeah.
Like they're living in your HRA cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And Melissa Milano lives there. She's the daughter of the police chief.
Yep.
She wears a wig that no one notices.
Which leads to her only one-liner that I can think of in the movie.
Ooh, what's that?
It's near the end. It's where they fall through the vent, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, Dad. Does this mean I'm grounded?" Like,
Yeah. And she's like 28 when she makes that
Yeah.
statement. Fuck.
this movie is so ridiculous. And I don't. This is a movie that like I wouldn't recommend Double Dragon fans play or watch. Like Street Fighter. We'll get to that. It's trying to have fun
Yes.
in points in the movie. Mortal Kombat has fun the whole way through.
Oh,
So,
God, yes.
Those two movies, I'm like, they're fun. You can watch them and you'll have fun.
Arguably, even the second Mortal Kombat, they're still having fun.
They're having a blast in the second one. They're like, you gave us more money? Like, oh hell yeah, let's fucking do the robot.
It was so fucking love that guy.
It's so good. But yeah, like this movie, it's trying to take itself seriously and then doesn't, and then tries again, and then just like gives up, and then
No, because the one scene where they and we'll get to it because we're gonna get to the theater house being attacked here in a second. But like the moment where they try to have a serious moment, fucking Jimmy throws Billy's sentimental items in the fucking river.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, so between all of this kind of stuff, so we see where Billy and Jimmy live with I don't even know her character's name in the movie, but they live in a movie theater, and she's trying to tell them about the Double Dragon stuff. Somehow Sharon Stone finds out where they live and
Stop calling him Sharon Stone.
It's Sharon Stone. And he attacks with two goons and Lash. And Lash is the blonde, his blonde right-hand man.
Yeah.
So these two goons, these two Asian guys with long ponytails, they fight Billy and Jimmy.
Yeah.
One of them gets their hair caught in a suitcase.
Yep.
And it stays in that through the rest of the movie outside of the very last scene made in the movie.
Yeah.
So they're basically Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Which I have a note here so they take the Mohawk guy, they fill him full of steroids. All this happened before, and he acts like a Power Rangers villain stomping through Angel Grove.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved every moment of it. He was just as dumb as a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah. No, that part was fun.
Yes.
Even the one-liner of like, oh, wake the dead, huh?
Nothing but net.
Oh, apparently it's not a joke. Like, it's just...
So, this is when I noticed that Lash, I think all right, here's my headcanon. Lash, the blonde lady, she saw the script, read it, agreed to it, and then when the director went, we need you to do this, she just went, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when they infiltrate Billy and Jimmy's house, she does not leave the spot that she walked into.
Yeah.
The whole entire fight, you've got a ginormous steroided out Power Rangers villain.
Yeah.
Creating havoc. You've got these two Asian guys who are flipping, flopping everywhere. And then you've got Paperboy, Sharon Stone, doing whatever he does, and she does not leave the spot. I think all she does is like nix a gas line, makes a one-liner, and leaves.
Yeah.
And this is how dumb I felt. It took me until almost the very end of the movie to realize that her name was a joke because she has a whip, and her name is Lash.
Yeah.
When I get to that note, I'll tell you how long it took me to get to it.
Yeah.
Far too long. It was probably around the Power Corp fight scene, which is almost the very end.
This movie's just a trip, man.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, so
it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's
the henchman's hair's still in a suitcase.
Yeah. They get fired.
So they do get fired, and then they're looking for work at the end.
It's so dumb.
Sharon Stone calls for a meeting of the gangs, and it looks like something out of a worse Mad Max movie. Ooh.
Which does that?
Can we do a side tangent?
Hang on.
Okay.
Does that come into fruition in any sort of meaningful way?
The meeting of the gangs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens
when they're chasing Billy and Jimmy like through like the harbor and stuff? Like you see like someone looks like a postman, someone looks like a candy boy. Like, all of them are dressed like so differently.
Got it.
That's when all the gangs.
Oh.
That's the most game.
And that's when Jimmy gets
cred that movie has is because that is the most like beat 'em up.
That's
version.
true. Yeah. Is that where Jimmy gets kidnapped?
No.
Okay.
Because they escape on a boat, and then we get that huge boat explosion.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, can I have my side tangent?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, okay. So, I went to the movies, and I watched Dune 2.
Okay.
There was a trailer for the next Mad Max movie,
Nice.
which me and you need to go see.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. I like the new Mad Max movie.
Yeah.
I do. Does it need to be laden in gold? No.
No. No, that's why they put
So
the
when
gold
the
filter on
trailer
everything.
starts for the next Mad Max movie,
Yeah.
okay, it said from the genius mind of George Miller,
Yikes.
and
Oh no.
I wanted to throw everything off of my body. And I turned to my brother and I went, "We're calling him a genius?" He goes, "Some people do." And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? We throw around such these big fucking words.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I took from the Dune 2 movie, which it wasn't a bad movie. It was a beautifully shot movie.
Okay.
Timothée Chalamet, go fuck yourself.
I know. My wife was saying she tried to watch Dune 1 and just like kept checking out because she's like, I'll just have to watch it with Jordan. And
Was it the first like 20, 40 minutes?
Probably. And I'm just like,
if she can get past that, she'll like it.
I don't care about Dune. So
it's a better universe than Star Wars.
Star Wars ripped it off, so
yes,
yeah, but it's all just Middle Eastern culture, so that's also the problem.
You know, but by the end of Dune 2, guess what we get? Oh, we're bringing it back around, but
okay, go ahead.
We get White Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
all right. Back to Double Dragon.
No, let's just get to the end. So,
well, no, so I'll just speed rush through. Like,
so bad.
So, like, after the gangs are called, Sharon Stone turns paper, kills this guy who's got like weird, like Mad Max style tattoos. Yeah, Jimmy blames Billy for everything, throws Billy's personal mementos.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then you get to see the variety of gang members. Like, I don't know what those hats are called, but they're like, so they're two different colors and they're striped, and then the top has like a windmill.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a gang that has that kind of outfit.
Yeah.
The post office is a gang.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, aren't they?
Are they?
Aren't they?
I guess they are.
You fucking walk through fucking 6 feet of snow every day.
That's true.
For 3 months, just so fucking little old Nancy down the street.
Well, their attack
can get her fucking junk mail, and you tell me you don't want to start a gang after that.
That makes so much, like, you saying that makes so much more sense about that one guy going postal. Which, that's another movie cannot wait for. After the whole, like, all the gangs form up on Jimmy and Billy, did you see what channel was reporting that news?
No.
Channel 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
This movie's so dumb.
No.
I can't get over it.
No.
Everything I missed is even dumber.
Oh,
like, I just...
Do you know the names of the two Chinese henchmen?
I thought they were just Chinese.
Oh, here we go. You ready?
Oh,
You're going to fucking love this unless you don't know the name of
Is
this band.
Yin and Yang?
That actually would have been better.
Would it?
For that time frame? For 94? You kidding me? I'm surprised they didn't do it. So, which I do apologize. I don't know the name of the actual bad guy. I just keep on calling him Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
He looks like Sharon Stone.
Sure.
So right before his two Chinese henchmen get fired, he goes, "Huey, Lewis, what's the news?"
Oh. Oh no.
Yes.
That's not good.
That's great. Are you kidding me? That's something I would write in my movie.
Good thing you'll never make a movie.
Oh, hold on. All right, hold on.
Go ahead.
How are we moving?
We got to blaze through.
We're moving good though. Melissa Milano's character at Power Core, she's
hang on. Not every episode needs to be 2 hours there, Ben.
No, I know.
We need to get
but these movies have so many notes.
I know. Okay.
So Melissa Milano's character, she is waterboarding the steroided out Mohawk guy with spinach.
Yeah.
And then they play farts in, which is great. Oh, God. Well, I'm glad that you agree that Power Corp is a terrorist organization and they got child soldiers.
It's not good. It's really bad.
Oh, so
I thought when they first were introduced, I was like, oh, this is kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is when they have like when Shredder's doing his child soldiers.
Oh.
And they're just like playing around in the arcade the whole time in the skate park. Is that 2 or 3?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's a big wow.
That's the vibe.
You don't know who Andy Dick is. His name's Andy Dick. That's someone who just permanently lives rent free in your head. Okay. So right here is the time when I realized that Whiplash, just got it. That's my note. Yeah. So, so I want to ask you, because I did take a skip after this. Poor security. Okay, we're gonna keep the tracker going because
Dragon Lady's dead now.
Oh yeah, well she's been dead for like the last hour.
Yeah.
When the Double Dragons and Melissa Milano break into the place and they end up in the basement with all the dead bodies that are being worked on.
Yeah.
Do you know who that basketball player guy was?
No.
Because he acted like he knew them.
I thought that was one of the Mohawk guys.
He didn't have a mohawk.
Well, yeah, because
we only met 2 Mohawk people.
Yeah, because he was like decaying.
Because the guy got his eye poked out and he was crying at another gang member.
Oh, that's right. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was.
That bugged me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the attack on Power Core.
Yeah, and then they go through a vent and then almost get stabbed to death.
Poor security.
They go through a vent, almost get stabbed to death in front of a cop.
Yeah.
Like, this cop's not doing it. She's stabbing this vent, and the guy's like...
But they show them breaking through the vent on a security camera.
Yeah.
And nothing.
No.
Bad security.
Yeah.
Bad security, bad movie.
Really bad. Well, apparently he fires people who, like, don't do the job once. So.
Well.
That's,
Well, that's good management.
Yeah, it's great.
So there's an attack on Power Core, like with Whiplash and all that kind of stuff. Nothing really sticks out with me. I do have.
Really?
Well, I have a note here that monsters can cry because when Adobo sees his face, monsters can cry.
Yeah.
And you do get to see the Double Dragon arcade machine.
What is his name? The Sharon. I guess I'm
Sharon
doing
Stone.
Sharon Stone. He's being so villainously villain this whole scene, just like, I'm so angry, got my medallion. He's even like projecting himself when the kids are making their escape. He like astral projects in front of them, and he's like, "Give me the medallion, bro!" And it's so over the top, and I love it. Like, it's my favorite thing he does in this whole movie. The ending scene, he's a cardboard cutout. Like, he's not doing any of that anymore. He's just he stands there, he lets them do everything.
Yeah.
It's weird.
No, a lot of the fighting, like, I did like when all the gangs were fighting against Jimmy and Billy, but then in the river chase where they spent 99% of their budget on the explosions. Like the last fight scene, I think I was so exhausted from all the one-liners.
I gotta say, Jimmy gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
Presumably being tortured.
Yeah.
Okay. Billy is like, "Oh, I just suck. I'm awful. Oh my god." And then the girl's like, "No, you're great." No, he's right. He's awful. Don't comfort him. He's awful.
Yeah.
Also, the fuck are you doing? They're about to have a makeout session while Jimmy for all they know, is getting tortured and killed right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man.
Yeah, but he was so close to that kiss.
I need you so bad right now. Like, what? No. What do you do? He's your brother. Go get what he.
But,
you're sitting here.
But was Billy going, is he really my
Yeah,
brother?
I fucking hope so. Like, it's so I'm just it's so you can obviously do something. And you are like sitting on the back, you're tailgating with this hot girl, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know. He'll be fine. And
I'm getting my dick wet.
Yeah, and then he shows up and he's not like, oh my god, so sorry I didn't come and get you. I really like no explanation. He's like, oh Jimmy. And he's like, I'm like, fuck you.
Tries to give him that stupid fucking handshake.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And like what? Okay, me instantly go, that ain't Jimmy.
Yeah.
Just like when Paper Guy gets into their mom, that ain't their mom.
Yeah.
Like, it happened once. Guess what I'm doing? When I haven't seen someone for a long time in front of me in that world,
Yeah.
you're not who you say you are.
Yeah.
Because Paper Guy wants my fucking gold.
And, like, Jimmy is, like, so much the better fighter. It's so illustrated in this fight scene. Because, like, a real fighter, like, I feel like the movie's trying to say that Billy's, like, holding back because he doesn't want to fight Jimmy. Real fighters would not hold back and then just stop before you die. Like, Jimmy's, like,
I mean,
fucking going to town on Billy.
Hopefully we see that with Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Yeah.
A real fighter
Yeah.
versus a piece of shit.
Which one?
Jake Paul. God, I hope that fight happens.
Oh.
God, I hope it happens.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. So, is there anything else? I mean, we do get to see their mom turn into basically Obi-Wan Kenobi as a floating ghost of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ending of this movie.
Oh, where they go double dragon.
Well, no, before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, so Jimmy's hypnotized. They fight, and then.
But the cops come and save the day.
Yeah.
Cops.
Yeah.
Back to blue.
Yep. I guess. And they get a huge payday, even though they are making totally fine money.
They are. It shows it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, he's like,
night shift reporting, sir.
Yeah. The guy's like, oh yeah, here's a check. He's under like mind control or whatever. He's like, here's the check. And he's like, oh, you can't bribe me. And he's like, no, I'm not bribing you. Arrest me. I'm like, your accounts get frozen when you're arrested, especially if you're like a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
that check's gonna bounce. Right? Or am I making that up?
I mean, it is a post-apocalyptic New Angeles, so I'm assuming that they would cash that $120 whatever million check and then run his arrest.
I guess so.
Yeah. Because cops need more guns.
Yeah.
And bigger tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this movie's
it's a train wreck.
It's a fever dream.
It is a fever dream.
Yeah.
So we do get to see him in like their like what you get to see in like the game. Yeah. So outside of that, so here's the movie I want.
Yeah, they get both the medallions. They never put the medallions together.
Yeah, they do. Because he goes, "Oh shit," and then they both go, "You said it."
Oh, I thought they just like got the medallions and then they transformed.
Well, yeah, they put the things together and then they.
No, you're right. Yeah. You're right. I'm sorry.
So
man, I really don't remember this movie.
That's fine.
I
mean, it's better than Super Mario Bros.
My brain really just goes into protection mode at some point.
It's way better than Super Mario Bros.
It's true. It's true.
Like the first 40 minutes, I was like, because I watched it shortly after we recorded Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is good. Like, I was actually enjoying it, and then I got so exhausted from all the cameos.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it for another month, and then I had to rewatch the whole entire movie again.
Wow.
But, so, I do want a sequel to this movie.
Okay. I want a sequel to Street Fighter.
I want a sequel. No. I want a sequel of a Bobo. Marion. Oh, that's
Huey and Lewis?
Melissa Milano's name. Jimmy and Billy's cross country adventures, because that's how they end it.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
that would be
even
fun.
if that was a TV show.
Yeah, that would be fun.
You got that mutant.
Yeah.
You got the hot girl, and then you got the two guys who are just trying to get her attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be really good. No, you're right. All right, Ben.
listeners, let's fund this. Let's make this.
Let's not say we did.
Let's do it.
Let's try. We're gonna try. I'm putting forward $1. Okay.
But the whole bad security thing. I mean, it's
really bad.
It's still a running theme, though.
Yeah. Okay. What would you rate this movie? What did I rate Super Mario Brothers?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. And I did fix the ratings
Oh, good.
because Super Mario Bros has the game is 60%
Nice.
and the film is 20.43.
That's about right. It's a movie.
So fun meter for this movie. I think for the film, I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Game cred.
Oh man.
I mean,
It's got some solid stuff in there, honestly.
it does.
I don't know. I'll give it a 7
You give it a 7?
for game cred. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it just over a 6.
Okay.
You're gonna give it a 7. And your fun meter?
Oh. 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
Just know we can't duplicate any of these numbers.
Okay.
So, game rating. I'm kind of going off of both.
This game, 2.
2.
Yeah, I already
That's right.
said with the 2. Yeah.
And then your overall movie rating.
Oh, 4.
Okay. I'm actually okay. So yeah, my movie rating is definitely a 4.
Yeah.
And game. I thought I was playing the wrong game the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit below you. I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
All right.
So the game is a 17.50%,
All right.
and the film is a 46.38%.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems pretty.
Oh
good.
my God, it's Street Fighter next. Yay. We're done. We got some good movies coming in.
Yes, we have a couple.
Oh.
Well, we have 2, arguably.
We got 3. Annihilation's on there.
But the ending.
Okay.
Okay. That's the only thing I remember from it.
Oh man,
I
I watched both of them.
Jordan, is there any last closing thoughts you got about game, movie? I kind of wish we just played like the first 1 or 2.
Yeah, we really should have.
But
Because those are good games. I did go back and beat 1.
okay, did you beat 5?
I don't think you can. I think
Yeah,
it's just a fighting game. Yeah. What, dude, Dragon Fighter. Double Dragon 1, it's amazing.
Amazing.
It's so good. And it's nice and it's short and sweet. Like, it just,
I know, and I was trying to find because listeners, if the game is not directly an adaptation of the game, we go with the closest year release.
Yeah.
And trust me, I was searching.
Yeah.
I was searching because after I played it, I'm like, this is just a fighting game. Like, I can play it for like 45 minutes and
Yeah.
I got the game. I tried.
It's-
But going off of my memories of Double Dragon 1
Yeah.
or 2, whichever one I played, I did enjoy them as a kid.
Yeah. They're fun, especially if you have a buddy to play with.
Yeah.
They're so much fun.
Movie wise, just if you watch it, just know you might get exhausted
Yeah.
by the cameos and just the fever dream and pepper shot of one-liners and
Yeah.
dialogue,
It's
and you might have to take a break and then rewatch the movie a month later.
yeah.
Or
All
just
right.
don't.
Let's okay. Do your outro.
Here we go. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, all right.
Thank you for joining us on Casting the Level Up as we journey through the cinematic hell of video game movies. Remember to subscribe to all of our social media platforms. Until next time, may your games be epic, your movies be legendary. Game on, laugh on, see you at the respawn.
That's incredible.
Thank you!
All right, it's stop on this thing.
It's just bad enough.
It is. See you at a respawn.